On today's Daily Slab, we are going to be talking about a Formula One racer that's been having a little bit of a struggle to start the season. We are also going to talk about a little World Baseball Classic news. I'm wearing my Angels sweatshirt. We got Ohtani and Trout facing off against each other tonight in the final. And we are going to be talking about some Prizm Football sales from the new 2022 Prizm Football. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's Daily Slab. Welcome everyone to the Daily Slab. I am Nate, and our trender for today is Charles Leclerc. So the Ferrari driver, the 25-year-old Ferrari driver, had a pretty good season last year, you could say. He finished second in the entire standings. A distant second, but second nonetheless. So Ferrari and Leclerc are obviously hoping to try to compete for a championship this year. And, well, Ferrari has not given Leclerc what he needs. 2 races in, it's looking like he's just going to be competing to try to be a decent finisher in the standings, not for a championship. So in race number 1 in Bahrain, he started third, and his engine gave out. That's Ferrari's fault. That's not his fault. His car failed him. So to go from third to not finishing in the first race, and then in the second race in Saudi Arabia, he started 12th and finished 7th, which is respectable. But his main competition, Max Verstappen, also young, also incredible driver for Red Bull, he started 15th and finished 2nd. So if you're starting 12th and finishing 7th, and your main rival is starting 15th and still finishing 2nd, well, you've got a problem. And those problems, not necessarily on Leclerc, more on Ferrari itself, are going to be an issue for his card collectors. We're looking at his 2020 Topps Chrome Sapphire PSA 9, and that is down 66% in a month. Despite the season having started, and that is how you can tell the disappointment surrounding Leclerc and Ferrari is substantial right now. We're talking about a dude who placed second last year as a 24-year-old, 25 this year, and a disappointing start to the season, to say the least. So we will see if Ferrari can give him a car that is actually good in the upcoming weeks, or if this season is just a completely lost cause already. But I'll be interested to follow along and see how Ferrari can bounce back from this. In our post of the day, you can see this Trey Turner 2016 Topps Heritage Red Ink Auto, numbered to 68, BGS 95. That is up 51% in the last month. In fact, it sold for $700, which is an all-time high. Now, you might be asking, why is that an all-time high? He just signed with the Phillies for 10 years, $300 million, and nothing happened. He won a World Series with the Nationals, and nothing happened. In fact, he might have won a World Series with the Dodgers, and nothing happened. I'm a little bit shaky on that one there. He might not have. But it was none of that helped his market forward. It was the World Baseball Classic, and Trey Turner has been the brightest star, at least offensively, in the World Baseball Classic. Of course, USA and Japan are playing for the final tonight, the night I'm recording it, which will have already happened by the time you're listening to this on Wednesday morning. But the final is happening. Trey Turner figures to play a big role. He's played 5 games this World Baseball Classic, and he has 4 home runs. We will see what he does against Japan. Ohtani may not pitch, or he may pitch a couple innings in relief, so we'll see what happens there. It should be an amazing, amazing game nonetheless. The atmospheres in those have been incredible. I haven't got to watch a lot of World Baseball Classic, but what I have seen has been really, really fun, and I expect more of the same for the game tonight, which has already happened by the time you are watching this. But Trey Turner with absolutely massive stats in the World Baseball Classic and a massive market movement. So if anybody tells you that it just doesn't matter, that World Baseball Classic doesn't matter, or things like this don't matter, you can point to this Trey Turner post and say, see, it did matter. People were paying bigger prices for guys that were performing on this stage, as opposed to paying the prices for performing on the MLB stage. And then lastly, 2022 Prizm Football just came out. And I thought it'd be fun to look up some prices. Now, it is kind of difficult to find this, so I did 2022 Prizm Football. Not every Prizm card is going to show up, because not everyone puts football in their title. Some will put NFL, some will put nothing in their title. But 2022 Prizm Football, there's 4,000 results, including this Kenny Pickett you can see here, gold, sold for $10,500, the most expensive card sale so far. Bailey Zappi for $8,200. That was canceled. It was reported that it was bought, and then it was canceled by the seller, not the buyer. The buyer paid. The seller canceled it. So unfortunate there. That still shows up, but it's not an actual sale anymore. We also have a Kenny Pickett insert here. That gold sold for $5,200. And you keep going. Color Blasts, Mangas. That Kellen Mond doesn't count. And you scroll down and you see Blue Shimmer Kenny Pickett for $1,200. Lamar Jackson Flashback for $1,200 gold there. And so on and so forth. Justin Jefferson Black Shimmer Auto number /1 for $1,000. A lot of big prices, but nothing too drastic in the early going. Brock Purdy Silverado. We will have to wait to see what other cards are coming out. But of course, it's not a huge rookie class from a desirability standpoint. You know, if there wasn't for Brock Purdy, Kenny Pickett was the only guy that really started. Malik Willis didn't get a ton of time. Desmond Ridder didn't get a ton of time. And so the quarterback class, which usually carries the Prizm card market, is weak in the past year. So I will be curious to track these card sales and see how they're doing. Of course, the $10,500 Kenny Pickett sale is healthy and strong, but the rest of it, a bit concerning that we don't see a ton of huge sales. I mean, we've got 3 sales over $5,000. 2 of them were Kenny Pickett, and 1 of them did not go through. And then from there, only 1 sale at $2,500, a couple over $2,000. Not that many sales for having been out for like a week. So concerning, yes. Be interesting to follow and see how many people actually want to rip Prizm Football. It'll be interesting to see how much Prizm Football ends up on the shelves at Walmarts and Targets and Barnes and Nobles and places like that. If people are buying or if people are just saying, nah, the quarterback class is too weak, I just don't care, the value isn't there. Because if you're paying $500-$600 a box and you're getting this out, not good, not good. So I'll be following along. Hopefully you will be following along as well. And one last thing before I go. If you are big into Formula 1 and you are big into expensive cards, well, we have a Topps Dynasty F1 break today on Whatnot at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. Aaron will be ripping that. Should be a fun time seeing what the cards are like and seeing what we can hit. So if you're curious about that and you just want to check it out, please join us. If you want to buy in, it will be insanely expensive. I can confirm that. You can also do that as well. But for me, I'm just going to tune in and see the cards. Should be a fun time regardless of if I could afford it or not. So hope to see you there as well. All right, thank you everyone who watched today's Daily Slab. Appreciate you all. If you like this video, please click that like button. And don't forget to subscribe. And I will talk to you all tomorrow for the next Daily Slab. See you, everyone.